hey, here's what your competition is doing and here's all their information. Now, there's plenty of ways that buyers try to intimidate salespeople, and this is one of them. I'm Sylvan Bell. It's June 4th, 2017, 2:34 in the afternoon. Perfect day to talk about sales, perfect day to talk about training, and a perfect way to talk about how buyers try to intimidate salespeople. Now, I've seen this a lot in my career. I've seen this a lot when I ride along with salespeople, where the buyer will just throw a whole bunch of information at you, the salesperson, hoping that it gets you flustered, hoping that it gets you confused, and hoping that it takes you off of your sales process. And just remember that when a buyer is doing things like this, part of their mindset is, I don't want to get taken advantage of, and I want to get a good deal. And whatever a deal is in their mind is completely different than what a deal is in my mind, okay? So just know that these are all common games that buyers play. They put all the information out. They put all the cards on the table. It's your job now. It's your job to not be like every other salesperson and figure out how you're going to deal with this. Now, one of my favorite things to do is anytime that somebody has all that information out for me is I just kind of push it to the side. I'm like, I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to know about it. I don't even know what they're doing. You know, I'm the right guy. You can't outwork me. You can only underbid me in this industry. These are like the common answers that I give. And people will say, well, don't you want to know what they're doing? Not really. They're probably wrong, right? It's just like really calm, not aggressive, not arrogant, not being a jerk. Because remember, that person's like, look, I'm looking for the person who's going to take care of me. I'm looking for confidence. I'm looking for that swagger. I'm looking for that knowledge and that ability. And anytime that somebody's putting all that information in front of me, I'm like, what would that reason be? Okay, so the first reason is they're like, hey, look at all these prices. And if you start having price intimidation and you get caught up in what all these other guys are doing and those yahoos who are lower price, push that stuff to the side. It'll really help you out. Just like, look, not even interested in taking a look at that. You know what? They may be completely wrong, and chances are really good that they are, because once again, I'm really good at what I do, right? The only way you can outwork me is to underbid me, and that's the only thing that I worry about is, look, are they doing the right thing for you? So have that conversation. And just know that, like, sometimes they pick it up and they're like, look, I want to let you know from the very beginning, this guy's going to do it for $9,000. This guy's going to do it for 10. This guy's going to do it for 11. You know, what better can you do for me? Like, you do not even have enough information at that point to even have a conversation about money. You don't even know what's on the table unless it's a commodity like a refrigerator or even a washing machine. But even then, there is a difference for what you do. If you deliver more value and you're a better service, why not have that conversation before you get wrapped up in like going into the bidding war? Now, I remember I was doing in-home sales, and I pull up to the home, and there's two other cars there for competition, and the guy's at the front porch, and he's like, look, here's my scope of job that I want to have done. I'm bidding this out. You guys fight over who wants to get the job, and I'm going to go with the lowest price. And I looked at him and said, hey, can't help you, right? I'm going to leave it up to these two guys. If they want to deal with this, I'm not going to do it. This is all on you. I already know what it's going to take, and I can't do it, right? And so like I looked at him and said, hey, thanks for your time. Shake the guy's hand. I knew the two salespeople. I said, hey guys, good seeing you again. We should do lunch sometime, right? And I walked away. And the buyer was just like, what, you don't want my business? I'm like, hey, it's not how I perform. I can't do my job this way. So the other guys that I knew, they looked at him too and they said, hey, sorry bro, peace out, right? So all three of us ended up bouncing out, and the buyer did not get his way. You just got to know that there's all sorts of games that buyers play. This is one of them. Here's all the information about what the other guy's going to do. It happens. Know what you're going to do in advance to deal with it. Now, I had thought that out because I started thinking about like all the scenarios that buyers were going to play and all the games that they were going to do to me. I'm like, hey, what do? I show up to a call and they got all the proposals sitting on the table back in the day. They still do this, by the way, right? The coolest thing that you could do is like just pick them up, right? You really want to freak out a buyer, just look at them and go, all right. And then just like take your arm and move them all, or take them and then flip them over and go, yeah, I'm not really interested in those. And watch what the buyer does. They're not going to know how to respond because they're going to think that you, as a salesperson, are going to go in and you're just like, yeah, I'll make sure that I give you a low price, okay? Don't play their game. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that would be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there is a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then last of all, you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.